Why do lizards' tails fall off? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever seen a lizard in real life? How do those little guys move? Can you move like a lizard? Yeah, they're really quick, aren't they? Lizards are so interesting. Have you ever seen a lizard that didn't have its tail? Did you know that lizards can regrow their tails if they come off? Now, I grew up in Florida, and let me tell you, there are so many lizards in Florida. If you look on the ground, almost anywhere, you're going to see a lizard scurrying around. I saw those little creatures all the time, both with their tails and without them. And I always wondered how on earth they could grow an entire body part back. That would be like if your arm fell off and then your body just made another one. Do you know why lizards' tails fall off and how they grow them back? Let's find out today. Lizards can drop their tails on purpose when they feel threatened. This special ability is called autonomy, which means self-cutting. Inside the lizard's tail are special weak spots called fracture planes. Can you say fracture planes? These are thin areas between the tail bones that act like snap lines. They don't run through the whole body, only through the tail. Imagine a predator, like a bird or a snake, trying to grab a lizard. The lizard can contract special muscles around one of these fracture planes. Those muscles pull in just the right way to separate the tail at that exact spot. And once it's disconnected, guess what? That tail can still wiggle and move for a while by itself. And that movement is very distracting. The predator often focuses on the wiggling tail instead of the lizard who's trying to escape. So the tail is acting like a decoy. It gives the lizard time to survive. Imagine that you are shaking somebody's hand, and while you're shaking their hand, you look down at your hands that are shaking, and then you look back up, and the person is running away. But you're still shaking their hand, and it's still moving. That would be a little distracting, wouldn't it? Now, let's talk about how the tail grows back. When the tail breaks off, the lizard's body immediately starts repairing the wound. First, a protective layer forms over the spot so that the lizard doesn't lose too much blood or get infected. Right at the broken spot, a group of special cells starts gathering. These cells are different from regular skin or muscle cells. They're more like building blocks. They haven't decided what job they will have yet. As these cells multiply, they form a little growing bump called a blastema. Inside the blastema, the cells start receiving signals from the lizard's body. And these signals tell the cells what to become. Some turn into muscle, others become skin, some form blood vessels, and others become nerves. Slowly, layer by layer, the tail starts forming again from the inside out. First, the inner support forms, then the muscles wrap around, and then nerves spread throughout it. And finally, skin grows over the outside. Isn't that crazy? It doesn't happen quickly though. Growing a tail can take weeks or even months. While that tail is growing, the lizard has to use a lot of energy, which is why it may move more carefully or hide more than usual. That's why lizards don't drop their tails unless they really need to. That lizard has to really think about it. I'm really committing to weeks or months of my life if I let go of this tail right now. But if it means that it's going to save the lizard's life, then it's worth it. Now, here's something important. The new tail is not exactly the same as the old one. The original tail had many small bones. The regrown tail usually has a single stiff rod made of cartilage instead. It still works, but it's simpler and sometimes a different color or shape. Now, some lizards can only drop their tail once or twice in their entire life. After that, the tail won't break off as easily anymore. So, lizards' tails fall off as a survival tactic. It's a smart escape plan that helps them stay alive when danger shows up. But they've really got to decide if it's worth it because it's a lot of work to grow that thing back. But thankfully for the lizard, they have the option. That keeps more of them alive. Which is nice because lizards are really cool animals. Okay, let's have a quick quiz. What is the special ability called when a lizard drops its tail? It's called autotomy. And why does the dropped tail wiggle around? To distract predators. And does the regrown tail have the same bones as the original? Nope, it's usually made of cartilage. Let's play true or false. True or false? Lizards' tails fall off by accident. That is false. It is a very deliberate choice the lizard is making. True or false? A dropped tail can keep moving on its own for a short time. Yep, that's true. True or false? Growing a new tail uses a lot of energy. That is true. True or false? The new tail is always exactly the same as the old one. That is false. Would you rather be able to drop your arms and regrow them or be as quick as a lizard? Think about the possibilities if you could regrow your arms. Whew. You know, I think I'd rather be as quick as a lizard. It's kind of weird to think about my arms falling off and then regrowing. Yeah, I'd like to be as quick as a lizard. That'd be fun. Okay, I've got a quick round of what am I? What am I? I help lizards escape danger. I can wiggle even after I'm gone. And I grow back over time. What am I? Yep, I am a lizard's tail. Lizards have some seriously clever survival skills. Dropping a tail is one of nature's smartest escape plans. I mean, imagine a bird trying to grab a lizard and suddenly the lizard drops its tail. The bird is just standing there, hanging on to this wiggling tail going, "No! Foiled again!" What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out. So until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got a birthday today. Lucas is from New Mexico, and Lucas is turning 4. Happy birthday, Lucas. For all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. Oh, and we've got a new episode of the Curious Kids Club in a couple of days. I'm really excited about that. Well, see you tomorrow.